Well, we had a couple of thunderstorms work their way through the course of overnight. In fact, most of them stayed off to the north of us or even to the south where the initial firing began. But a couple of them were stronger in nature. In fact, those red dots you're seeing are tornadoes that are yet to be officially confirmed, but preliminary reports right now, much of which passing right between Huron and Mitchell as well. But across our general region, we actually avoided much of it in the Watertown region, kind of threading the needle more or less. So when we watch this loop, for the most part, that system flared up initially right south of Huron, and that's where they had those tornadoes because that initial lift is what can really instigate some of that spin in the atmosphere. And then that system up to the north really started to expand its way out and amplify as it continued to march into Minnesota as well. Decent precipitation totals also coming from this, specifically once we get into North Dakota and Minnesota. For the most part, we didn't really see too much precipitation with that overall. Low temperatures from this morning were not very low indeed, only into those mid-70s, all thanks to ample amount of cloud cover and that precipitation stirring down the heat in our atmosphere. So what we can really expect is on Saturday there's a slight chance, but not really. The better chance comes early on Sunday morning when a couple of thunderstorms have the potential to work their way on through. Through the course of the night, we're going to watch these winds become light and variable, then start to trend out of the east for a little bit, picking up as this next system moves closer to us, and actually at times picking up to about 20 miles an hour out of the northeast. But for today, it's going to be warm and muggy. Those dew points starting to move back up into those upper 60s, high of 87 degrees, and a few clouds around. A couple more clouds will begin to factor in through the course of the night, making for a partly cloudy night, low of 63 degrees, light winds out of the north. And then over the week ahead, Sunday, like I said, early morning has a best chance for thunderstorms. Some of these could produce some heavy precipitation totals as well, so we are keeping an eye on that. But overall, the week is at least trending back down into those lower 80s. I mean, it is summer, and the average temperature is right around that mid to lower 80s in terms of the highs. But once you factor in those dew points, it feels much, much higher than it actually does. I'm meteorologist Colin Rask with Watertown Weather Watch Forecast. Thank you much for joining me, and have a wonderful remainder of your week.